At THP, we use 5-rep max tests to test your absolute and relative strength. Absolute strength is the max weight that you can lift. Relative strength is that weight relative to your body weight. So a lighter person lifting the same load is going to be considered stronger. Now, the 5RM test is a safer way to test your relative and absolute strength, but we need consistency, and that's why today we're going to go over our setup for our 5-rep max test. An issue with 5-rep max testing is that occasionally you can go too hard too early and not leave enough in the tank for when you're actually going to try to max out. So today we're gonna go over a structure that leaves enough energy in the tank and fills you with confidence heading into that 5-rep max test. Before we get into the how of the 5-rep max test, I wanna get into the why. So we use a 5-rep max test because it's a little bit more applicable to the general population, and it gives us an objective number that we can then base our decisions off of. So if someone is a lot stronger at pushing versus pulling, now we have a number to go off of to see where they need the most improvement and where we're gonna focus our exercises and our time. There's a multitude of lifts that we can do a 5-rep max test for, but we found 4 tests that we like the most, and they cover across different fundamental patterns. So the first being horizontal pushing, which is our dumbbell bench 5-rep max test. If we have horizontal pushing, we're gonna need horizontal pulling, which is our single arm dumbbell bench 3-point row. After that, we need a knee flexion test or a squat test. So we do the 5RM dumbbell split squat. Last thing we need is a hinging test, which we use the trap bar for in a trap bar deadlift 5RM. No matter the test, the structure is gonna be pretty much the same. So when we lead off our 5-rep max testing, we're gonna start with our first set of about 10 to 15 reps with a pretty light load. The reason we do this is we're getting used to the movement and we're getting the joints warmed up and ready to go. Our second set, we're gonna go ahead and add to the load and reduce the reps. So we'll go down to about 6 to 8 reps. From here, we're gonna have a little bit heavier of a load, so we're getting used to some heavier weight. That brings us to set 3. Set 3, I actually like to go a heavier load and only for about 3 reps. Remember, we wanna make sure we have enough energy in the tank to hit that 5-rep max on the next test. Once we get into that 4th set, you're at what should be your top weight and you're taking it for 5 reps. Keep in mind, we wanna keep the tempo nice and even, usually 2 seconds down, 1 second up, and we wanna keep good form the whole time. The basic structure is going to stay the same, but from person to person, it may vary just slightly. Here are some tips and tricks that are gonna help you really maximize your 5RM test. The first tip is pretty obvious, and that's when you're getting towards your 5-rep max, use a spotter. You wanna make sure you have confidence that you're not gonna hurt yourself, and it's also gonna help give you a little bit of a boost. Our second tip is to make sure you're having enough rest between your sets. We recommend somewhere between 90 seconds and 120 seconds to make sure that you're maximizing the energy you have available in your muscles. Our third and final tip is to be taking an RPE, or a rate of perceived exertion, after every single set, even that starter set with 10 to 15 reps. You wanna know, what does 30 pounds, let's say, for 15 reps feel like today? Is it a 2 out of 10 or is it a 10 out of 10? If it is a higher number, then you know you won't be able to go much higher as the reps go lower. Taking this RPE number can help you dial in your max weight and save you time and energy. 5-rep max testing, or max testing in general, is definitely important when you're planning your fitness program because it gives you objective numbers, but you have to make sure that you're staying safe. Using this structure will help you stay safe and help you get the best results each and every time.